3 Weather Lab. Here's Daniel's True View forecast.
All right, everyone, one last look at that weather forecast for you today. We will start with a look at one of our traffic cameras looking down Vero School Road, the intersection of Vero and Ambassador this morning. A few cars out on the roadways, people heading off. We've got nice sunshine, beautiful skies this morning, not too many issues out there at all. It is 69 degrees in Lafayette right now. It is 72 for Karen Crow, 71 in Opelousas, 74 for Alexandria and Jennings, 76 in Lake Charles, 74 for New Iberia and St. Mary. As we make our way through the day today, we will eventually see those temperatures work their way up close to about 90 degrees. It's going to be hot. It's going to be humid. It's going to be feeling very tropical outside. We do have some tropical systems that are worth talking about. Two different disturbances, one out over in San Juan, the other one in the Atlantic. Now, this one has a better chance of development in a little bit. This is not going to be something that happens overnight tonight. In fact, probably over the next week or so, you're talking a 70% chance of development. And it does have some pretty nasty areas to go through first. Favorable conditions don't really exist until it gets a little bit closer to the Virgin Islands. So something worth watching here over the coming days. That is not going to be a pressing matter for the Gulf Coast, at least not yet. And I do think that even if we do get development, it stays out over in the Atlantic, kind of curves upwards just a little bit. Now, regardless of what this one does, the one that's out over in San Juan, this is expected to curve up and around along the East Coast. It's going to bring plenty of showers up through Florida, but I don't think that it ends up being a tropical depression, and neither does the National Hurricane Center. They're giving it a 10% chance of development over the next 5 days. So, two little areas worth keeping an eye on, neither of which pose an immediate threat to the Gulf Coast. However, it is kind of an indicator that we're seeing the tropics wake up for the season and start to kick into high gear. As we get into August, you'll start to see more and more of those waves make their way across the Atlantic and better chances for development. 90 degrees for your high today, hot and humid, a few isolated showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two out there this afternoon, but rain chances sit at about 20% at best. A lot of sunshine out there early. It should be nice. It is fairly sticky outside though. 73 to 74 degrees for your overnight low this evening. 90 degrees your high on Thursday, 89 on Friday. We stay in the 90s throughout the course of the weekend. 20 to 30% on your rain chances. Lows are going to be sitting down in the 70s, about 72 degrees for your overnight low on Saturday. And that's kind of how things look as we go through the rest of this week, the weekend, and even next week. The first half of August looks very, very quiet.